Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, I must say, because I've been away for a few years, and there's a good reason for that. I moved places, I had issues with work and everything, but I lost people. My parents died 6 months ago. Both of them died in a span of 6 weeks. It was terrible. But anyway, I'm back now. At least I hope I am, and I'm going to start YouTube again by showing you my tiny Nintendo Switch collection, which consists mostly of RPGs, which I initially bought the system for. But with all the stuff coming out, I think I might have to switch to a new perspective on the system because there's lots of great games on the system that I want to play that are not RPGs. But anyway, without further ado, let's just start by showing you some of the games that aren't RPGs that I also own for the system. Here we go. The first two games that I will show you here are Siberia 1 and Siberia 2 by B. Sokal. Now, these games, if you know them, are originally PC games, and they were console games as well. They went to the PS2, they went to the Xbox, and they went to PS3, 360, and now they're on the Switch. There is a third game, but the third game I don't own yet. But at the end of the month, at the end of October 2019, there will be a Siberia trilogy releasing for the Switch, which I already pre-ordered, and hopefully that trilogy will contain all three games on a single cartridge. Anyway, point and click games. If you like the genre, this is a very nice saga actually to relax to, do some puzzles, learn about the story of the games. It's just a lot of fun. At least to me, it is. So if you like ancient point and click adventures, I said ancient because this genre is kind of dying out, I think. Anyway, if you like that type of game, pick this up. Maybe pick up number 3, or preferably wait for the trilogy to release at the end of the month. You probably will not be disappointed. Anyway, these are the first two games that I got for you. The third one actually is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Now, lots of people will say that if you have Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Switch, you don't need anything else, but I disagree because this is a total other beast. This is not an easy game. It might look kid-friendly, and it is, but it is going to test your skill, especially when you play online, because the people playing this online, they're absolutely crazy. They have these shortcuts that nobody knows about, at least I don't. They are always in front of me. They hit me with every weapon they shoot. It's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever come in first. Maybe I just suck at this game, but even when I do lose, I still have an amazing time with this thing. And the post-launch support that Activision has given it, it's wonderful. I hope they continue to do this and not make a sequel for the next few years, because this one still has lots of potential to be, um, you know, to be a Mario Kart 8 beater, at least if you ask me. Because Mario Kart, I don't know, I like it, I really like it, but something tells me I like this better. I don't know. Anyway, great game, great portable game. If you like Mario Kart 8 and you haven't tried this yet, try this. Go ahead. You won't be disappointed. Next game is, of course, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Everyone returns. That was what people said. Now everyone has returned, and even new people are showing up. Now I haven't bought any of the DLC characters yet, but I intend to do so because some of them are amazing, especially especially Banjo and Kazooie. It's amazing the way they presented those characters, especially in that video where Masahiro Sakurai, actually acknowledged the existence of Xbox. It's wonderful. Anyway, I'm babbling. This game, it's a fighting game, but it's also a party game. You just get a bunch of friends over, get some controllers out, choose your favorite Nintendo or non-Nintendo character, and duke it out in the most awesome of battles. You will definitely enjoy yourself. Hours will fly by without you even noticing it. All right, next game, this one, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, this is actually the first Fire Emblem game that I own for home consoles. Now, I own 2 of the 3 Fire Emblem games for the Nintendo 3DS. Unless you count Fire Emblem Warriors, then I own 3. But yeah, anyway, Fire Emblem Three Houses, I didn't have much time yet to play this, but since there are 3 unique stories to go through, I really intend to finish at least one of them. If you're wondering, I chose this team in the beginning because I always choose the female teams in the beginning. I don't know why. It's just, you call me perverted, but no, please don't, because that's not the reason. It's just more appealing to me. Anyway, 3 nations, 3 houses, you decide. So, yeah, so far I really like it. It's tactical, but it's not as tactical as it was before because they removed some features and they added new stuff. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they made some elements of the game easier for beginners. Just like they did with Fire Emblem Awakening, removing the permadeath. I don't know if that's in there, in here, if you want. I think you can turn it on or off in the beginning. Anyway, so far I enjoy this, and, I hope to put in a lot more hours. Next game is this one, Fire Emblem Warriors. Now, I am a gigantic fan of the Musou franchise. Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Warriors Orochi, One Piece Pirate Warriors, Dynasty Warriors Gundam. You name it, I've played it. Now, this one is Fire Emblem related, and I'm not the greatest Fire Emblem fan, or I'm not so knowledgeable about the franchise, but I do know that I like this game. I like the characters, Chrom, Roy, Cordelia, everyone. They're just, it's a lot of fun. I play this on my Switch. I play this on my 2DS. It doesn't matter to me where I play it as long as I play it, because it's a lot of fun. And people that do own a Nintendo 3DS or 2DS, the new version, new Nintendo 2DS and 3DS, but don't own a Switch yet, but you do like the Musou games, just get it. It's probably very cheap by now, and it's still, it doesn't look as good as this one, but still on the DS it's still fun. You won't be disappointed. Anyway, Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch. Next one is this one, Collection of Mana, which includes a bunch of Mana games that we know from the past. And one of the best elements of this collection, actually, is the fact that Seiken Densetsu 3, Secret of Mana 2, got an official English translation. Yes, I know for years there was a fan translation out, but there never was an official release of the game. Now this release marks the first time that game got an official English release. And the fact that they're putting it out there right now in a physical format, it's just amazing. As an RPG fan and as a collector, I just need to have this. It's also available digitally, obviously, but the physical version came out a little bit later, and I just had to have this. If you do want to play Trials of Mana, but you don't want to wait for, what am I saying? If you do want to play Trials of Mana, but you don't want the ancient 16-bit graphics, you gotta wait, because they are remaking the entire game for the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 for release sometime in 2020. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that as well, definitely. Next one that I have is Disgaea 5 Complete. Now, the Disgaea franchise has been out there for a very long time, more than 15 years now by the looks of it. I think the first one released on PS2 in 2003, if I recall correctly. Anyway, this is the 5th chronological game in the franchise. It's not the 5th overall game, because that would be ridiculous. But yeah, this Disgaea franchise is just a grind fest. If you like tactical RPGs, you have a lot of free time on your hands, and you love grinding, this is the game for you. Now, what if I told you that you can get a character and you can level them up like you can in most RPGs, but you can level them up to level 9,999? It's ridiculous, huh? Yeah, you can do that in this game. And, you know, many, 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 many more things. I haven't put a lot of time in this yet, but I know my Disgaea, you know, because I've had experience with it in the past, and this just adds even more. And this is the complete version, so this also includes all the DLC that was released for the PlayStation 4 version. So if you want the most complete Disgaea experience, get this one. If you want to know, there is also Disgaea 1 Complete for the Switch, and there will be Disgaea 4 Complete Plus for the Switch in the beginning of November 2019. So yes, all they need to do now is port 2 and 3, and then they'll be done with the numbered series. And maybe even D2, I don't know. Yeah. You know, why don't you do that while you're at it? Anyway, next game. Here we go. Dragon Quest XI S. Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. What is this? Now, this is an RPG in a long-running series, and this is an enhanced port of Dragon Quest XI for the Switch. The original Dragon Quest XI released on the PlayStation 4 last year, and this port, enhanced port, adds a lot of features such as new character stories, a 2D mode actually that lets you play the entire game as if it were a Super Nintendo RPG with 16-bit graphics but in HD. And you can even switch between 2 and 3D at, you know, at certain points in the game, at checkpoints or churches, whatever you want. Yeah, this one, oh my god, I'm playing it right now, and I can't put it down. It's so amazing. Japanese voices, English voices, everything is included, and even the English voice, the dub is amazing. I really enjoy it. Now, if you're into RPGs, you have to get this. Oh, and if you recognize this art style, yeah, you're right. This is Akira Toriyama's style. So if you like Dragon Ball or RPGs or both, you're in for a treat. Now, next two games are the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 saga. Now, I haven't gotten really far into this yet, and I haven't even opened this yet, but from what I've played, these games are amazing. Yes, I really like the combat system of this one. The world is beautiful. Now, it doesn't run perfectly, but it's acceptable. You know, this was one of the earlier Switch games, so I will forgive them for that. Now, about this one, I don't know. I know it's a prequel to this one in a way, because there's some other characters that are in here that are also in here, so yeah. But I had to get physical for both of these because RPG games, get them physical if you can. It's just the best way. Anyway, RPGs for the Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, both of these are amazing. You won't know what you're missing. Now, I have 2 games left. Well, technically 3 games, but yeah. The first one is Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. Now, what is Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age? This is an HD port, HD remaster of Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System. And Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System is a enhanced version of Final Fantasy XII that was released originally on the PlayStation 2 in Japan in 2007. Now, we never got it. That was sad. But then a few years ago, Square Enix decided to bring over this one, which has all the features of Final Fantasy XII International, plus a few more things. And they ported it to PlayStation 4, and now, not too long ago, they also ported it to the Switch, obviously, and the Xbox One. And I also think there's a PC version, but I can't confirm that because I'm not a PC gamer. Anyway, this looks great, it runs great, the dub's great, it's just an amazing overall package. Again, a great RPG experience for the PS Vita, I was going to say. I don't know why. But another great experience for the Switch. So do not miss out if you like RPGs. And the last game, you might have already seen it, but that is Final Fantasy X 10-2 HD Remaster for the Switch. This includes Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 on a single cartridge, because this is the Asian English imported version. It is not the European version or the North American version, because for some reason Square Enix thought it was a good idea to put Final Fantasy X on the cart and deliver Final Fantasy X-2 as a download code. So if you're ever buying this used and you're buying the North American or English or European version, you're buying half a game. So don't do that and import this version from PlayAsia or wherever you can get it. eBay, maybe even. Yes, like it says, 2 of the most celebrated RPGs of their generation, now on Nintendo Switch. This is full English support, both games are on the cartridge, and also offers the ability to play the Japanese voice track, I think. And I don't even know if that is also a feature on the European and American versions. Anyway, this is the last game that I was going to show in this video because I don't have any other physical Switch games. I do have some more Switch games, but yeah, they are digital. And yeah, they're not really that interesting. They're just smaller games. Anyway, I hope you will not be disappointed in this video. I know the quality is kind of, yeah, it could be better, but I've been away for 2 years, so give me a break. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll probably find a time to answer them. Thank you, and bye-bye.